Welcome to this session. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about setting up PowerShell as your cloud management environment. So we're going to focus on some of the best tools to use. So thanks for sticking around to the last session of the day. For those of you I haven't met already, my name is Sydney, and I'm a program manager on the PowerShell team. And one of the areas I focus in on specifically on the team is around a lot of the tooling that happens around PowerShell. And so one of the big areas we think about tooling is around the development and the editing experience. So I want to show you some of the tools that we've been working on. It's probably going to be a little bit fast-paced, throwing a bunch of things at you. I have almost no slides. Just going to jump right into VS Code and start playing around. But my hope is that you guys get a sense for some of the tools that you can look at more and play around with yourself. And then I'll also publish a blog post outlining a lot of the things I talk about in more depth after this as sort of a reference document. And so that's why I included the link to our PowerShell blog. I'll also post that at the end. But if you just search Microsoft PowerShell blog, it always pops up as one of the first results. All right, so objectives. What are we hoping to get out of the next 15 or 20 minutes? I want to show you guys how to set up your VS Code environment, what extensions you might want to use, how to configure your settings, how to begin using the debugger, understand how to get modules from the PowerShell Gallery and how to search for those modules. And then the big thing that's probably exciting if you're already a PowerShell user is talking more about PowerShell Script Analyzer and how you can actually use the new compatibility rules that we've integrated into the static analysis tool to target the specific platforms and tools that you're using, especially in the cloud. So as I mentioned, very few slides, jumping right into demo. So let's get going. All right, so for starters, the tool really at the center of this that I'm going to be using is Visual Studio Code. And this really is where we're investing a lot of our development efforts in PowerShell right now. And so this is a free cross-platform tool that you can get download online to your system. So here I have Visual Studio Code. And once you have Visual Studio Code, the first thing you're probably going to want to do is look at the extensions marketplace. So this is really where you get to customize your coding environment to target the specific types of development you're going to be doing. And so the first extension you're definitely going to want to know about is the PowerShell extension or the PowerShell preview extension. And the PowerShell preview extension is just a preview version of the extension. The changes get merged in every couple of months. So I like to use the preview extension, but it's also totally great to just use the PowerShell extension. And the extension is what's going to give you that linting experience and the PowerShell debugging experience. It's going to give you the rich text editing, the tab completions, those sorts of things all come from the PowerShell extension. But in addition to the extension, one of the things I love about Visual Studio Code is that it's such a big ecosystem. And so depending on what I'm working on, I can install and enable other extensions that really complement that experience. So one that I use personally all the time, writing docs and whatnot, is the Markdown extension. But there's also a ton of Azure extensions that can really bring together your experience in Visual Studio Code. So you'll notice on the sidebar here, some of these extensions have actually created pop-ups that I can sort of interact with. And so let's say I am writing a script. Maybe I have something here interacting with my Azure environment. What I can do is now that I have the Azure extensions installed, you'll notice that it'll ask you to log in to your Azure subscription. So I'm logged in here, and now I have this pane to view my Azure resources as I'm scripting. And so what I love about this is that in the editor pane, I'm getting my PowerShell completions and that rich PowerShell text editing experience. But then I also can easily access and interact with my Azure resources. So that's a really great tool for getting started. And so those are the first couple things I would definitely encourage you to look at. From there, let's see. We can look a little bit more about other ways you might want to customize your VS Code environment. And so the big way is going to be using your settings. And so these are some of my favorite settings, which I said, by the way, I'll post these specifically. But I just want to show you a couple different ways to look at your settings and begin editing them to really customize your environment. So for example, my default my default file version is PowerShell, because 90% of the time I open Visual Studio Code, it's to play around with a PowerShell script. But if I click on this dial here, or if I do Control, comma, I can open settings, and let's pull this away. Cool. And so there's a really great UI way of looking through these settings. So if I want to look at maybe what are the settings available to me for PowerShell, you'll see in my extensions there's a number of settings I can just select and unselect based on my preferences. And then if you'd rather do it through the JSON, this is the other way to do your settings. One doc that I would definitely point you to, especially if you're an ISC user, is this one that we wrote up. It's in the PowerShell docs on Microsoft Docs, and this is all about how to replicate the ISC experience in Visual Studio Code. So if you are making that transition from the ISC to Visual Studio Code, I'd really recommend looking at this doc to kind of configure your settings so it's going to behave right away out of the box as you'd expect. And in fact, we even have, let's see, color theme. We even have a PowerShell ISC color theme to really make you feel as comfortable as possible as you make the transition to Visual Studio Code. All right. So the other feature I wanted to highlight when talking about getting started with Visual Studio Code and the PowerShell extension is using the debugger. So if I just want to run, say I want to run a line of code, get date, for example, you can see the rich completions. If I just want to run this line right in the integrated terminal, I'll press F8, and that'll run it for me. But if I want to run and debug an entire script, I'll use F5, and that'll initially run the active file I have open. But I might want to set a breakpoint. So I'll set a breakpoint here just by clicking in the gutter here. And then if I press F5, it's going to start running through this script for me. And it gives me a lot of options to debug my script, look at the various variables are being tracked, and then I can also set variables to watch or call as I go along and step through. And so through the PowerShell extension, you get a very rich debugging experience in Visual Studio Code. So how many of you guys are familiar with the PowerShell Gallery? Okay, sounds like most of you. So I probably don't need to go too in-depth in this, but if you're not, the PowerShell Gallery is the central repository for PowerShell packages. And these are where Microsoft packages are stored, but they're also where community resources and community packages are stored. So if you go to PowerShellGallery.com, you can search for packages. If I want Azure packages, for example, through the UI. And this is going to be a really valuable resource, but you can also do this through the terminal. So down here, I might want go find module az.storage. It'll pull up the module for me, and then I can install exactly the modules I want to use. And if you're familiar with PowerShell profiles, that's another place where you might want to be importing particular modules if you know that you're going to use them in your workspace. And so if you want to edit your profile, you'll notice that you have actually a different profile in Visual Studio Code versus your outside in the console host. So what I would do is do code profile, And that's going to open up your Visual Studio Code profile that's going to run when you open the integrated console. And so there is a great place to import modules that you know you want to use that you've installed from the PowerShell Gallery. So one really important module that I want to highlight that's available in the gallery, but it's also used in PowerShell Editor Services, which is the back end of the PowerShell extension, is PowerShell Script Analyzer, or PS Script Analyzer. And PS Script Analyzer is a PowerShell code static analysis tool. And so that's what provides all of the linting experience in Visual Studio Code with PowerShell. So if you've ever seen those squiggles or like problems output in your script, those are all being provided for you by a module called PowerShell Script Analyzer, or PS Script Analyzer. So that module, as I said, it exists in the gallery. It also exists in a GitHub repo. And you'll see that it's very customizable. So in this PowerShell extension, we've chosen a certain set of Script Analyzer rules that we're going to check your code for. But there are many more rules that are available, and these are also customizable. So if you want your code, or maybe your code in your organization, to all follow a certain pattern, this is a really great place to customize those exact rules. And so if you want those rules to run, you can run them directly through the module by doing invoke Script Analyzer, the command. However, you might just want certain rules customized in your VS Code environment, so that you're automatically getting those squiggles every time you run your code. And so to do that, all you need to do is create a PSD1 file. I've named mine PSSA settings. You can name it anything. And this allows you to target specific rules as well as compatibilities. And the key highlight I really want to talk to you guys about today is about the compatibilities. So we've compiled lists of rules to target specific versions of PowerShell as well as specific platform profiles. So if you have PowerShell Script Analyzer, if you install the module, there's certain profiles that will come built in. So these are the built-in profiles for Script Analyzer. So you can see we target a bunch of different Windows distributions and Ubuntu. And so that means that you don't have to have these installed in your system to get updates as to whether or not your script will work on them as you're coding, as you're developing in Visual Studio Code. So we have those, and then let's see. We've also created profiles for all versions of PowerShell going down to PowerShell 3. As well as these optional profiles, which are additional distributions that we have created targeted rules for. And so two that we've added fairly recently that I really want to highlight today are these two Azure-related profiles. So we have an Azure Automation one, if you're targeting Azure Automation, as well as Azure Functions. And so this can also be really useful if you are migrating scripts between the two, because you can run your script under these rules, set it up in your profile, and get that automatic linting as you code. So I'm going to show you what I've done with my Script Analyzer targets. And so what I've done is created this PSD1 file that just specifies the target profiles that I want to use. So here I have Azure Functions, this Windows distribution, as well as Ubuntu. And so now, despite the fact that I'm coding on a Windows device locally using 6.2, I can get linting for all of these profiles. And so what I want to do then is, once I have this document made, then I can go to my settings file. And we have this setting called PowerShell Script Analysis Settings Path. And then that allows me to set my settings path to my PSD1 to get those targeted rules. And one thing you'll notice as well that I've done here is used a relative path and a pattern, which is PSSA settings. And so what I like to do is have different rule profiles for different folders or different workspaces that I use. And so by using this relative path, depending on what project I'm in, I have a different settings file to target. You could also have a single one if you always like to use the same one, or maybe you have one shared across your organization. All right. All right, so I know it's been a long day. Hopefully I didn't lose you too much whirling through Visual Studio Code. But what are the takeaways, the things I want you to leave with, if nothing else? Visual Studio Code is customizable, and you can use extensions, themes, and settings to make it a really comfortable environment for yourself. The PowerShell extension specifically is going to provide you with that rich debugging and editing. And the PowerShell Gallery provides you with access to thousands of modules and example scripts. And then the final thing is that PowerShell Script Analyzer rules allow you to use targeted static analysis to customize your environment and editing experience. So hopefully you guys learned a little bit. As always, please give us feedback on any of these projects. There's GitHub repos for all of them. That's where we do our workflow. Blog post is not live, but will be live hopefully within the next couple days, going through all of this in detail. And then, as always, to engage with us, Twitter and the community call are other great ways to get involved. I'll be here if you have any questions, and I'll also be at the PowerShell booth all day tomorrow. So enjoy the rest of your Ignite. Have a great evening.